everybody, so I've already done my brows and I used the e.l.f. eyebrow kit in the shade medium, and I started out using the gel pomade first and then I set my brows with the powder. Next I'm priming my face with the e.l.f. mineral infused face primer, and then I'm using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation in the shade 330 all over my face. The foundation here is actually under $6. Next, I'm moving on to concealer. So if you've seen any of my videos, you know that this is by far my favorite concealer. This is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Pure Beige, and I'm just blending that out with a damp beauty sponge by Real Techniques. And the actual beauty sponge is around $6. It might be like $6.99 or so, but definitely cheaper than the Beauty Blender, which is roughly around $20. So then I'm going to cream contour. So I'm going to go in with another LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Espresso, and I'm just going to start contouring. So I'm going to add this concealer in the hollows of my cheeks, the baseline of my jaw, and around my forehead. And then of course I'm going to go back in with a beauty blender and blend it out. Now make sure when you're cream contouring you completely blend that in, because sometimes if you don't blend it out correctly, or if you don't blend it out well enough, you can definitely see the lines there. So I am just blending it out, and then as you can see, this concealer blends out very well. So that's another reason why I love these concealers so much. So then I wanted to dance a little bit and then I'm going to set my under eye area. I'm going to actually bake a little bit. So I'm using the NYX Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder to bake the under area of my eye, my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, my upper lip, and then my chin. Then I'm going to actually go in with the product that I'm actually trying out for the first time today. This is the True Complexion Contour Palette in light to medium, and I'm using this contour palette to set my cream contour. Now I will admit this contour palette is actually a little bit more than $6. It's $7, but it's well worth the price. I really like how these powders are very much blendable, and they work very well. I'm very impressed by this. And then I noticed that my hairs were just getting a little frizzy. Anybody else's hairs get frizzy when you do your contouring, or is it just me? So then I'm going to bake under my contour and actually just sharpen up that contour. So that's what I use loose powder to do. And of course now I am removing all of that powder. Whenever you're removing powder, just make sure that you do it, especially if you have darker skin, because sometimes you can see the white cast from the powder, and that's not cute, especially when you're taking pictures. So just blend away all of that loose powder. Now we're going to move on to eyes. So I'm going to go in with my favorite eye primer. This is the LA Girl Pro Primer, and blend that in. Then I'm going to go back in with that contour palette, use the Sculpt powder, and that's going to be the shadow that I put into my crease. Even though this is not an actual eyeshadow, it works very well as an eyeshadow. Then I'm going to go in with Geek color Morocco, and I'm going to add that into my crease. Okay, after I've built up that color, I'm going to go back into the contour palette and blend out that color. Now I'm going to move on to the Black Radiance Loose Pigment, and I don't have a color for this, so I'll look that up and I'll put that in the description box below. I'm going to spray my brush with the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set and apply this color all over my lid, and it's so pretty. I'm trying it for the first time today and I really like it. You'll notice that I'm not taking the eyeshadow to the outer edge of my eye. I'm going to add another color there. So I'm just packing on this eyeshadow onto my lid to my liking. Of course, you know I gotta dance while I do that. Of course, blend out those edges, and then keep packing on the color until you get the vibrancy on your lid that you like. I'm going in with the Ruby Kisses Big and Beautiful palette, and I'm going to take that color that I pointed out, and that's what I'm going to put on the outer edge of my eye. Now I'm going back in with the contour palette and use the highlight color as my inner corner highlight. Not the best highlight, but it'll do for today. Then I'm going to go back into that contour palette and take that Sculpt color and put that on my lower lash line and build up that color a little bit. Then I'm going to go back in with the Geek color Morocco, and I'm going to add that to my lower lash line as well. And I did add it on pretty thick because I wanted it to show pretty well on my eye. Then I'm going to go back into the contour palette, use that highlight color for my eyebrow highlight. Then I'm going to take the e.l.f. Mineral eyeliner, and I'm going to apply that to my lower lash line and my upper lash line. I didn't add a wing because I didn't put on lashes, so I'm just keeping it pretty basic today. I'm going to use the e.l.f. blush palette in light, mix those two colors together for my blush, and then I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Illuminating palette, and I'm going to take that lighter color and I'm going to highlight with that. I'm going to highlight my cheeks and my nose. And then I wanted to make the highlight pop a little bit, so I went back in with that color and added it on top. Using my e.l.f. brush to blend all of that together. And then I'm going to use the NYX Lipliner in the color Natural and the e.l.f. lipstick in the color Cheeky. And I liked this lip color, but I wanted to try another one. So then I went back in with the Nicka J Lipstick in the color 14, and I liked it, but then I wanted to try another one. So lastly, I'm going in with the Wet n Wild color 902C, and that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.